It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM. I'm just going to reach up here and pull this out of the way. You can join us on Facebook Live right now and watch our Indiana junior high students in action this morning. And generally what happens, they're so well prepared that I simply have to say, morning, ladies, have at it. So go ahead, have at it, introduce yourselves, and here we go.
We are over halfway done with the school year.
Okay, let me interrupt and have you get a little closer to the microphone and get out your big voice.
We are over halfway done with the school year at the Indiana Junior High School. As the third quarter begins, the students are gearing up to make the second half even better than the first.
We would like to put a spotlight on the junior high English department. Ms. Kovac, an ELA teacher at the junior high, states, "Learning about grammar can be difficult for middle school students, and let's face it, it can also be boring." Ms. Kovac tries to incorporate fun projects to make learning grammar a bit more fun for her 7th grade students. Before Christmas break, Ms. Kovac's students created a Google Slides presentation about Christmas and the holidays that they celebrate. The students were to include information regarding holiday traditions, activities that would happen on Christmas break, and of course, what the students wanted for Christmas. They were then to incorporate grammar from what they learned in class. They had to underline nouns in their sentences, and each Google slide had to have a simple, compound, or complex sentence. The students learned about the different types of sentences, and they have to utilize their knowledge in their presentation. This was a fun way to mix class instruction with fun, especially before Christmas break when the kids are energetic and excited. Some of the ESL students were also able to create presentations on their holiday traditions, so other students were able to learn about a variety of cultural holidays.
DC field trip. The 8th grade students have started preparing for their annual trip to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This trip has gone on for many years and gives the students a chance to see memorials and artifacts from events that they have learned about in class. This field trip is exclusive to the 8th grade class only and is paid for by the students, as well as the box top money raised by the school.
IJHS Student Council has been collecting box tops all school year. Riley Lee, Stuco's marketing manager, has led this initiative, collecting over $100 in box tops so far this school year. They allowed the students of the junior high to decide where the money would go, and they chose the 8th grade field trip to Washington, D.C. Stuco has rewarded those students willing to take the initiative to bring in box tops with many fun opportunities on their upcoming I Love IJHS Day.
I Love IJHS Day is on Thursday, February 14th of 2019, and preparations are in the works. This is a day for the students at the Indiana Junior High School to realize how much they should appreciate their school and how lucky they are to be able to go to such a great school. During this time, students will get a day to miss all of their classes and enjoy a day of pure fun and love. There will be 2 parts of the day. The students will start out at a pep rally celebrating their school and then spend the rest of the day at You Pick You Day.
You Pick You Day is a new event this year at the junior high and is inspired by Student Council Secretary James Mill. It is a day completely dedicated to giving students an option of what they like. The students have many different choices to participate in, such as ice skating, watching a movie, and attending an escape room. These events will occur this coming Thursday, February 14th, 2019.
The junior high's 2nd annual prep rally is on its way and is part of the I Love IJHS Day. It is being organized by Student Council Vice President Emma Massengale. It will consist of many parts to remind us how fun it is to learn. The top 15 students to bring in the most box tops will get a chance to participate in the pep rally, getting to pie a teacher in the face, participate in a dodgeball tournament, and more.
A spotlight on the guidance department. The Indiana Junior High is very lucky to have such an amazing guidance department. 8th grade individual, academic, and career plan interviews with the school counselors have begun. These plans will be shared with the senior high counselors to be revisited each year with the students. They have started group career exploration with the 6th and 7th graders to start preparing them for their 8th grade year.
Safe to Say Something is an anonymous reporting system that was recently introduced to the students at the junior high. It is a place where students can go if they need to report something anonymously. This is going to make sure everyone at the junior high stays safe. There is a mobile app, and the website is www.safetosaypa.org. If you see something, say something.
The IJHS Drama Club will present Romeo and Harriet, a hilarious musical spoof that puts the shake in Shakespeare. The performances are Saturday, March 9th at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, March 10th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $5.
Dates to remember. No school February 18th due to parent-teacher conferences. Parents should call the school by February 14th to schedule conferences.
Snow Makeup Days. School will now be in session March 18th, April 18th, and April 23rd.
And that's it. Nicely done by all of you. Let's meet you. And we'll start this way and go this direction. What's your name?
I'm Reagan Truzel,
And you're in what grade?
8th.
And what's so cool about junior high this year for you?
Well, I really like the school sports. I'm playing volleyball right now.
Do you have a favorite subject?
I like math and science.
Math and science.
Yeah.
And you're missing English to be here, so you don't mind at all, huh?
Right.
Wonderful. Let's meet our other students.
I'm Katie Kowalczyk, and I'm in 8th grade.
And how are you enjoying your 8th grade year?
It's pretty good.
Yeah? What are some of the fun things?
I also like the sports, and I like the art department.
The art department. Is there a particular area of study that you enjoy more than others?
I like the painting, and then getting make prints from linoleum tile, and
Oh, yeah.
the process of it.
Working in other mediums. Yeah, sounds wonderful. What about you?
I'm Riley Lee, and I'm also an 8th grader.
Okay, let's get you a little closer to that microphone again. We tend to drift away as the segment goes on. Say your name again.
I'm Riley Lee, and I'm an 8th grader.
Mm-hmm. Have you been here before? No? Okay, I thought you looked familiar. You look familiar. So your favorite course of study is? What are your favorite classes?
I like art also.
You're into art?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're missing study hall to be here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a shame, huh? Because study hall's more fun than anything else. Anything these guys are sitting here this morning. And what do you like so much about art?
It's just so fun to be creative, and you can just take something and run with it and make anything you want.
Yeah, it does sound like fun. Okay, so one of you needs to introduce your principal because he has something to share with us today, too. Who's going to do that?
This is Dr. Minnick.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Thanks, Reagan. Thanks, Mr. Marino. It's always a pleasure to come in. I want to thank you for always affording us the time to come in and promote all the fun things that are happening at school.
It's our pleasure.
In addition to extending an invitation to our parents for parent-teacher conferences on the 18th, we are also pleased to extend an invitation to our community. For anyone that has children, we're offering a parent workshop. The title of the workshop is Entering a Drug-Free Life. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about all the dangers of drugs that are out there, from talking about addiction to its causes, some warning signs. So if you have a parent, or if you are a parent, you have children, whether they're in our district or not, you are welcome to join us February 28th at 6:30 p.m. at the junior high school. Mm-hmm. This workshop is free. There are some prizes that are going to be awarded. It's sponsored by a gentleman from IUP, Dr. Eric Lauber, who is a researcher in this topic. So again, February 28th at 6:30 p.m. at the junior high. And this is for anybody who has children that just want to learn more about the dangers that are out there for our children. So I appreciate the chance to promote that.
No pre-registration requirement. You can just come,
Nope.
correct?
No pre-registration required. We welcome all comers. And you'd enter through the main entrance, and we'll be gathering in our large group room, our LGI.
While I have you here, let's talk a little bit about a program recently and an initiative throughout the whole school school system about vaping.
Yes.
Because we just had the DA on talking about it,
Yep.
and certainly that is an issue that has come up in schools, and every school has to decide how they're going to deal with that issue. How is it going at the junior high?
I feel that it's going very well. Vaping, you don't have to look very hard driving through town to see all the marketing of vaping that's out there, and I think that it's prevalent within our young people.
Yeah.
It's very common. It's more discreet than smoking tobacco, but I believe that it's more dangerous than smoking tobacco. The nicotine that's present in these devices is especially harmful for young people. We are educating our students and our families about the dangers of vaping. Mm-hmm. Mr. Doherty, as well as a young lady from Drug and Alcohol Commission, Miss McCoy, came to our school and offered us workshops for all of our students. They had an opportunity to ask questions and learn not only about vaping, but about a wider degree of drugs and chemicals that are out there that lead to dependency. But the vaping, it's a serious problem, I think, just in our community. Haven't seen it as much at the junior high school. I think with knowledge comes understanding, and our students are at such an impressionable age. We recognize that it's important to educate them now and teach them the harmful effects of things like vaping. And our students are so receptive. We have such great kids. They're so receptive to what those dangers are. My hope is that when they leave the school or when they're out and about with their friends, that they're making choices to show better self-care.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the options are out there for them, and it's
are.
good that they make the right choices in their
Yeah.
lives, and certainly
Yep.
that's part of the educational process as well.
We were really happy to partner with Mr. Doherty and the Drug and Alcohol Commission. It's always, I think, valuable to have third parties come in and reinforce a message that we're teaching throughout our own classes, because we do touch upon it in our curriculum.
Yeah.
But to have third parties come in and to dedicate time through an assembly, we had one designed for parents that same evening, and this one that's coming up. It will reiterate some of those same messages, but it will get into more potent dependency drugs and the dependency that occurs from usage as well.
Yeah, I'm always interested in how engaged the students are in the topic, and it seems like if they have the correct guidance from administrators and teachers, then they are more open to the programs themselves, and they won't just sit there. They'll actually be involved in the process. It's a good thing.
I agree with you, and it's so scary as a parent. I have 3 children, and it's scary to think of what's out there, and knowing that kids go through these stages of feeling invincible, or if it's not invincibility, it's something in that area that they feel like they won't be harmed. Or so you go through this very, very impressionable age, and it's important to educate and just be very objective and factual about the effects, so that when they're in a position to make a decision, they make one that's taking care of themselves.
Going to be the one. Going to be the right one. Ladies, thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing him along with you, too. We appreciate it. Go back to school now and learn something, will you? It is the voice of Indiana County,
Camera?
WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM there.